Hello and welcome to the Sunday special edition of Louis Times. And here are the top 5 news of the week that created buzz in the headlines. The Enforcement Directorate on 31st of January arrested Hemant Soren in a land scam case soon after he resigned as Jharkhand Chief Minister. The resignation came after the ED officials questioned him for more than 7 hours at his official residence in Karachi. Later it was reported that a special bench of 3 Supreme Court judges will hear arrested Jharkhand leader Hemant Soren's petition challenging his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate. Hemant Soren, the beleaguered Chief Minister of Jharkhand, accused the ED of arresting him as a part of a well-orchestrated conspiracy by the centre ahead of the Lok Sabha election. Mr. Soren had to resign his post over the agency's actions against him. However, the Supreme Court on Friday refused to entertain the writ petition filed by the former Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, challenging his arrest by the Directorate of Enforcement. Indeed, the court asked Soren to approach the Jharkhand High Court under Article 226 of the Constitution, adding that Soren was at liberty to seek expeditious listing of his petition before the High Court. Amid the ongoing tensions between India and the Maldives, both the nations on 2nd of February held the second round of talks in New Delhi on Malay's demand for the withdrawal of all Indian military personnel from the Indian Ocean archipelago. After the meeting, a joint statement was released where it was said that both the sides agreed on a set of mutually workable solutions to enable the continued operations of Indian aviation platforms that provide humanitarian and medvac services to the Maldives people. No detail on the withdrawal of all military personnel from the Indian Ocean archipelago were mentioned in the statement, however. It added that the next meeting of the high-level core group will be held in Malé on a mutually convenient date. Earlier, Maldivian President Mohamed Mizu had asked India to withdraw the military personnel by 15th of March when the high-level core group set by the two countries held its first meeting in Malé on January 14. The two sides agreed to fast-track the withdrawal of the personnel then. However, the Indian side had said more discussion would be held on the issue. Indian tourists visiting Paris's Eiffel Tower will now be able to book their trip to the iconic monument using India's unified payment interface. The National Payments Corporation of India said this on Friday. The announcement was made in Paris at an event organized by the Indian Embassy in France to celebrate India's Republic Day. This announcement is of particular significance considering that Indian tourists rank as the second largest group of international visitors to the Eiffel Tower. With this development, Indian tourists can make secure online transactions by simply using their UPI-powered apps to scan QR code generated on the merchant website and initiate a payment. Acceptance of UPI in France not only provides Indian tourists with a seamless payment option, but also opens up numerous opportunities for merchants across France and Europe operating in the tourism and retail sectors. While Eiffel Tower is the first merchant to offer UPI payments in France, this service will soon be extended to other merchants in the tourism and retail space. The back-to-back jail sentences for former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan was handed out in 2 different cases just a week before February 8 parliamentary elections, show how roles have been reversed in Pakistan's convoluted political space, dominated by the shadow hands of the establishment. In 2018, when Mr. Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf was elected to power, the opposition, Pakistan Muslim League, Nawaz, and the Pakistan's People Party had accused the military of electoral rigging in favor of the former cricket star, who was the preferred choice of the generals. A year earlier, Nawaz Sharif had to resign as Prime Minister over the Panama Paper allegations and later go into exile after his conviction and disqualification. Today, Mr. Khan has been disqualified and is serving lengthy sentences, while Mr. Sharif is back, leading the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. Given the way how the military and the other state institutions went after Mr. Khan and his party, there was little surprise in the court proceedings and the verdicts. On Tuesday, he was sentenced to 10 years by a special court in what is commonly called the Cipher case on charges that he leaked state secrets. While on Wednesday, another court sentenced him and his wife to 14 years in the Tosha Khana case for keeping some of the gifts they had received while was in power. World number 4 Jannik Sinner finally got his hands on the coveted silverware as he defeated world number 3 Daniil Medvedev in a 5-set slugfest at the Rod Laver Arena to win the 2024 Australian Open. Sinner got the better of his fiery opponent Medvedev to clinch his maiden Grand Slam title. This is just the second time in the last 13 years that someone except the big three of Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal have won the Australian Open, with the other exception being that of Stanislas Wawrinka, who clinched the title in 2014. Again, Aryna Sabalenka defeated China's Zheng Qinwen to claim her second Melbourne Grand Slam title. With this win, she became the first woman since 2013 to successfully defend her title at the Australian Open. The last player to achieve this milestone was Victoria Azarenka, who secured consecutive titles in 2012 and 2013.